Hi, everyone. Thanks for coming to the session. Today, I'm going to talk about why building MDR services using Elastic Stack. And just to maybe first introduce myself, who I am, and why I'm doing this talk. I'm Samir Bennacer. I'm a CTO, a co-founder of Octodet. And I've been working in cybersecurity with different vendors for quite a long time. I'm an ex-Elastic also ex-Splunk and ex-ArcSight. I mean, been working on different platforms. And when I started this startup, we wanted to select the right technology for us to build an MDR platform. And in this talk, I will go and explain you why we selected Elastic. Because we had expertise on multiple platforms, but we went with Elastic. And I will explain why and the main reason we went with Elastic. Now, what are the challenges that we try to resolve, or fix with our customer? How we were trying to help our customers? Like in cybersecurity, not every company can afford to have expertise and analysts and SOC in their team to manage their security. Large companies can do that and are struggling, as we know, but small and medium companies worse. Sometimes they don't have any security expert in their team. And for the one that have expertise, sometimes they will have a lot of challenges. Like with all alert they receive, they can have they're not able to manage all the alert because they don't have enough analysts or enough staff, or maybe their tools are generating large volume of data, of alerts. They're missing attacks because of that, like large number of other alerts are completely neglected or ignored. They have this triage like bottleneck, etc. And also they have limited also time to manage all the tools they are using. Like now, for someone to do security, he need to use different technology. He need to have an EDR. You need to have a SIEM. You need to have threat intel platform. You need to have a source solution. You need all the solution. And also they need experts that know how to use these tools and integrate them. I mean, they're spending their time integrating these tools instead of doing security, right? That's the challenges they have. And it's difficult also to find the right people to help you to use these tools and integrate them and get, like say, value or return on investment faster. Now, that's why customers go work with companies that provide managed services or also managed detection response that help them to do continuous monitoring. Some companies cannot afford to do 24/7 monitoring. They need someone else to do it. They help them to do advanced threat detections, help them to build more detection that are tailored to their challenges in the company and their environment. Also, they will help them to respond to the incident when they happen faster, and also help them to integrate with threat intelligence that help them to detect malicious activities or adversary that are targeting their businesses or countries. Now, also the MDR also will bridge the skill gap. Since some of the companies do not have, especially small and medium companies, doesn't have like security expert in their team, they will help to provide that skills and give them expertise in security and bridge the skill gap. And also help them with triaging the alert and doing investigation and respond to the attack and minimize the impact on the company. Now for us, when we decided to launch these managed services or managed detection and response, we wanted to build a platform that will help us to provide the service at scale, to be able to support all companies. Because our challenge will be 10 times the challenge of our customer, or 100 times the challenge of the customer, because we need to have customers that have challenging. If we have the same challenge, we will not be able to help them, right? That's why we had to choose the right platform and build the right solution that will help us to do that. First thing, we want to cover the EMEA market. That's the first thing. Like we said, okay, if we are going to cover EMEA market, we need a platform that will help us to have data privacy and follow all the regulation that we have in Europe or regulation that we have in Middle East and in Africa. I mean, every country, like every region have their own regulation and challenges for regulation. And data localization is quite important. There's some countries you need to keep the data locally. I mean, if you want to do managed services or MDR, you have to be careful where you're storing your data. And that's why we went with the Elastic solution, because it makes it easy for us. They have Elastic Cloud, it's available in so many countries. And we are able, like we don't need to do our own deployment. If a customer is in France, he wants to have data in France, we can give it in France. He wants it in UK, we can have the data in UK, etc. Like all the different regions. We already help us to scale and have all our data in different countries. And also, they provide us with something called ECK, which allow us to also to deploy Elastic easily in a region where Elastic Cloud is not available. Like, for example, I can deploy it in Saudi, because they have also regulation when data have locally. In Africa also, like in North Africa, we have Algeria, for example, where we needed to have also a cluster on-prem, like in the cloud in that region. With ECK, we were able to do that, and we were able to do it at scale, because ECK is an operating Kubernetes. It helps us to automate this. I mean, Elastic already helped us to scale and provide make sure that the data is stored where the customers request. The second also challenge is limited budget. How many times we hear that, like for small and medium customers, and also in Africa and Middle East, also they have that kind of challenges. How we reduce the cost? The cost of the different technology they need to build their SOC, the cost of 24/7 monitoring, like the SOC and all different experts, and cost of all the technologies, like I mentioned. Now, we took the advantage of Elastic. Elastic is a unified platform that provides us with different capabilities. This means we can package it and build different products for different customers. Since Elastic have provide us with next generation antivirus, provide us with EDR, provide us with SIEM, with XDR capability, with cloud capabilities, this means I can customize my solution and provide build package for every customer based on their needs. If a customer, for example, a startup, they only have laptop, maybe they use only cloud services, and they have desktop, laptop, etc. What they need is cloud security and EDR. They don't need the SIEM. They don't need the rest. Like, they need the cloud security and EDR. I mean, I can do a small package that cover only EDR and cloud and provide them that. And Elastic allowed me to do that, because Elastic is customized. And I will show you like how we did it and how we were able to create multiple products and allow customer also to scale. Sometimes we work with startups. They start maybe with next generation antivirus or EDR, and after they go up, when they grow, they will go to more capabilities. And thanks to also one advantage we had with Elastic with this product is to have this unified platform, but also single agent. I mean, when they deploy a customer an agent as a next generation antivirus, and he upgrade his subscription to an EDR, just by one click, you go to the platform, upgrade, and the agent get upgraded to an EDR or to a SIEM, etc., without the need to go and deploy another solution. This also helped me to scale my service. I don't need to spend time on deploying more agents and changing the agent of the customer. I just need to can automate it. We automated completely the upgrade from one product to another. The other things also in multi-tenancy support. With Elastic, we have this flexibility to create different type of multi-tenancy depending on the size of the customer. I can use dedicated cluster, thanks to ECK that I talked about earlier, which allow me to deploy ECK or Elastic Cloud also, which allow me to automatically create clusters for my customers if they want dedicated clusters for their solution. And if there are small customers, I can use the same cluster and do shared cluster, like I can share the same clusters and use different type of multi-tenancy. We call it spaces inside Elastic. I can create spaces and allow them to share the same cluster and reduce their costs, especially small customers that have maybe 10 endpoint or 15 endpoint. They don't need to have a full cluster. Just give them a small one will be enough, like shared one will be enough to reduce their cost. And this is like what the different product we created. But not only that, since Elastic is a platform also, we can also extend the capability of Elastic. I can differentiate myself from other people that use Elastic, other competition. I mean, if someone else will go and build an MDR in Elastic, I can also build other capability, add more value to my MDR. Since Elastic is a good platform to build solution on top, what we did, we also went and built other solutions on top of it. For example, we built our own threat intelligence platform directly on Elastic, right? I mean, you can easily do that. Second solution that we built, like for example, for this one, we built our connectors. We are collecting more than 100, we have connected for more than 140 sources, and we're collecting all the data and consolidating all this data, giving like each IOCs, we give it a score and show you like if this is targeting like your region or not, is it targeting your vertical or not. We correlate this information automatically with the different packages that you selected. Since this platform is a unified platform, we have all the solution in the same platform. This means I can easily build nice experience for customers. This means if as soon they enable threat intel, this threat intel will be correlated with the SIEM or with the EDR or etc. or the alert that I'm receiving from the next generation antivirus or from the cloud security. I mean, they don't need to go and configure it. Usually what they do, they buy SIEM, they buy EDR, and after they buy threat intel, after they have to do the integration, they have to do the correlation, they have to automate that. They need to buy time or something like that to source solution to do all this automation. Here, they don't need. It's all automated. They just select it and just integrate it. And thanks to the Elastic API, we can easily integrate this different type solution and do the correlation between the platforms. The second platform, the solution that we build on top of Elastic is GRC. Especially small customers, we notice a lot of, for example, startups, we talk with startups, they really care a lot about GRC more than security because they need to sell. And usually their customer, they ask them, you need to be ISO, you need to be SOC 2, you need to be, and GRC is quite important for them. And we say, okay, why not have also GRC part of our service and use the Elastic agent, the same agent, to collect evidence, for example, from the laptops, from their cloud, right? I mean, why go and rebuild everything? Like what we are doing here, we are relying on Elastic agent with OS query, because Elastic agent can have OS query. And we can, for example, collect evidence in the laptop about if they use encryption or like, et cetera, et cetera. We built this platform which allowed them to manage all the compliance, all the controls, collect evidence manually or automatically, and also we provide them with template policies for them to make it easy to define all the different policies that the compliance framework they're working on. Okay. Currently, we are supporting multiple frameworks, but we also have capability to add custom framework because we wanted to allow customers to add their own framework because we see, especially when you work with EMEA region, it's not like when you work in the US, you have all same compliance for all the region. Like in EMEA, every country has its own compliance and own framework. We had to have a way to allow customers also to add their own controls and or let's say framework to the platform. And thanks to Elastic, we were able to do that. The other thing, now once we have this product, now for us, we need to make sure that one thing for MDR or MSSP is important is what we call onboarding of the customer. We needed to reduce the time to onboard customers. It takes time to onboard customers. Usually it takes 4 to 8 weeks, depending on the size of the customers. But we will try to our best to reduce that time. And with Elastic, since Elastic have every feature that the platform have an API, it's quite easy to automate most of the process. Like for example, if the customer select an EDR capability, I can go and configure space for that customer, import the rules for him, create a policy for his agent, and create, for example, import all detections related to EDR, and package and also prepare the agent. All that process we automated. And second things, if I want to build custom integration, which happens very often, a lot of customers have their own devices and they have their own custom applications, etc. We needed to have a way to reduce the time to build custom integration. And here we rely on AI-driven tools. Like we were able, for example, for complex, let's say, integration of parsers that was taking us 2 to 3 days, we were able to reduce it to 1 day, for example, like by 60%, which was great. And this is an example of process that we are using. We're using different models like Claude and OpenAI, which propose like different parsers based on the data that we're collecting. And after we see which one give us the best result, and we use the integration to integrate customer data. The other capability we did, since Elastic now really give us a lot of advantage around AI, we wanted to use these capabilities to speed up the way we do incident response. The first thing we did is we created an AI agent to automate the triage and investigation. This means when we receive alert from a customer from EDR or from cloud security or from SIEM, etc., what we're doing, we are triaging this alert automatically. Customer doesn't have to look at the alert at all. Like what he need to look at is the incident that AI agent generated. And this incident will have all description about the incident, and we will have also the first level investigation. At the moment, our AI agent does level 1 investigation. We are still working for next phase, like for next iteration, like to go further for an investigation, like to do deeper investigation with L2, L3. But at the moment, we are at L1 investigation for our agent. But already it helped a lot because it reduced all the alert customers looking at. Instead of having thousands of alerts looking at with all customers, now we have only few incidents that we have to look at, which is less work for our analysts, and they can focus on most important incidents. That's the first thing we did. We also added AI assistant, also built on top of Elastic, and this AI system also allowed them to give them recommendation and also summarize the incident for customer in very simple language, and we use it also to generate a report for end customers with a lot of explanation about the incident and make it easy for them to consume it. I think for small customer and medium customer that don't have security expert, they want something that makes sense and simple language to understand. We also do other thing we did for threat hunting. Threat hunting, at the moment we created AI agent, what he does, we use machine learning capability of Elastic to detect anomaly in the customer environment. Because we like to use machine learning because really it helps us to baseline our customers. Because a lot of customers, they cannot share, are not able to tell us what's normal in their environment, right? And we use ML really to try to do this baseline. And when we create this anomaly, we don't treat them as a normal alert. What we do, we use this AI agent to generate hypotheses and generate queries for our analysts to go investigate. I mean, kind of proactive threat hunting, but based on anomalies that we are collecting. And we are now, this is for the first version, but we are also looking at how we can start using AI agent to go and do this investigation themselves, itself, and give this to the analyst. That will be the next phase. But at the moment, we are only building the threat hunt case with the queries that analysts, some suggestion about queries analysts can run. One thing also our analyst does, like we receive a lot of requests about translating Sigma rules to EQL or to ESQL. For that, to make it easy, like for example, recently we had the customer asking us to translate 100 rules, and it takes time to do it. We use AI agent, like building AI agent that focus, like small one that focus only Sigma translation, and also just to give you an idea, the model that would give us the best result was DeepSeek. It will really give us very, very good result for translating to EQL, ESQL. But also, we make sure that translation follow ECS format, like the Elastic Common Schema of Elastic. And we had very, very good result. Now, my engineers don't spend time on translating, but try on testing, like go and simulating the attack and see if this query working properly or not. They spend more time on that instead of doing translation. The AI agent do translation. And we also build on top of Elastic, we build our incident management. This means all this incident I'm talking about that the AI is generating is created in our own ticketing system that is built on top of Elastic also. This means all the data we are doing with the customer is inside Elastic. You tell me why you're doing everything in Elastic? Because once I have the data in Elastic, and as you know, the Elastic is a vector database, I can go and use AI more. And that's the reason we are doing it in Elastic. And since the incident are stored in Elastic, and also we have embedded vector embedded in this incident, we are able to do, like I mentioned, AI assistant. We are able to do automation, like AI investigation, because we have all this information stored in Elastic. And same for GRC, for example, we are, the next version, we're also looking at how to generate policies template automatic, like using AI. Currently, we are providing this template, but we want to make them more relevant to the customer, more customized or to the customer need, but using AI. But this will be the next phase. This is example. This is like the workflow of our AI. Like all the data will come to the same. This AI agent will analyze all the alerts that's generated by detection engine of Elastic, and after we will create this incident. And the way, and when we create this investigation, sorry, this is for the AI assistant. When we use the AI assistant, you can see that we use the incident as a context in our request. Like this, when assistant help, it will use the incident. Instead of using the alert, you use incident because you have more information, not only the alert information, but you also have the investigation that the analyst, the AI agent did, plus the analyst did, like level 2 and level 3. And this is an example of an incident summary that we get, like all the details and recommendation. And this is how our incident will look like. We have all the description, every summary of all what's happened, with very simple question and answers for the users. It doesn't need to be an expert to understand that. Like we really simplified completely the information for anyone to understand it, especially customers that don't have any security team in their companies. Yeah, and this is the centralized management where we're centralizing all the feedback. And one thing also why we wanted to have this incident is that it's all about transparency with the customer. We wanted to be sure that customers exactly see what we are doing, and also consistency. Like we look at every alert. Into the AI agent, every alert is triaged, every alert is investigated, and incident created for it. And this really help to have confidence for customers. They have confidence on the work that we're doing, and also it helped to have full transparency on what we are doing. This is the example of ticket that threat hunting get created for us. Like here, you see that the threat description based on the anomaly that machine learning detected and the queries that are recommended for analysts to go on the run to do the investigation. That's the AI-based threat hunting. And this is a little bit the workflow, how it works with the security data. We add the context of the machine learning with the request. We get the machine learning alerts, and we build this hypothesis using LLM, and after we create the hunt ticket for it. Another advantage of working with Elastic, Elastic also have a lot of detections. They have machine learning based detection, like supervised and not supervised, and also they are customizable. I mean, they give you around like more than 70 machine learning jobs, but you can also customize it and add more jobs to yourself. I mean, you're not limited to what you provide. Now, since now we are helping, like you saw that all the automation we have really to reduce the time that analysts spend on ticket. Like they can focus on building new detections, trying new way to new AI capabilities of Elastic to detect more advanced attack. I mean, they have more time to do that. And one thing also I want to clarify, like for our analysts, also the way I built my team for analysts, I didn't do it the way most of the SOC team do. I did not hire analysts to triage alert. What I hired security engineers that are data scientists, and they also Python developers, right? I mean, they can build all this automation I've been talking. The AI agent were built by my analysts, not my developers and my data scientists. Like analysts in my team are capable of building this kind of automations and AI agents. I mean, it's a different way to look at to build a SOC. I didn't want to do it with the classical way because I think we need to change the way we've been working in security and use security engineers that can build automations and build AI agents to do their job. This is the example of AI rule converter, how we took, for example, Sigma rules, and we come up with EQL queries using, and you can see that all the queries are, all the fields in the query are following the Elastic common schema. Now, what we learn about this, our journey here, especially around LLM, I mean, the way we look at LLM, for us, we don't look at LLM to replace analysts. Like I mentioned, analysts are building this. We're not replacing them. They use their time in a different way now. I mean, it reduced the workload on them, and they can focus on most important things, focus on more advanced attacks and investigation, etc. And all this repetitive task can be done now with AI agents and automations. And also we also looked at, for the LLM, there's different type of LLMs. We have to, not every LLM will help you it depends which model you want to use. Like every use case, for example, if you want to use it for forensic or for investigation or for translation of the rules, you have to use different type of models, or sometimes you have to fine tune and put more context, etc., to have a good result. Yeah, and the right model, like I said, the right model depends on the security use case. Okay. Yeah. Then this platform that we built is called Inovaguard, and that's the one that we are using to provide our MDR services to our customers. This is I wanted to show you just how Elastic helped us. If it was not like now with this Elastic, I'm able to compete with CrowdStrike and other vendors because it really helped me to provide a lot of capabilities and also scale my business thanks to all the AI capability that we were able to build on top of Elastic. Yeah, that's what I wanted to show you.